Hello everyone, I'm Tim from Tim's PC and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alrighty, so we're back here again and we've got a very similar build to last night really. It's very, very similar, only we've got the RTX 3080, so it's better. Hey, everybody else is thinking it if they're comparing it. So basically, same CPU, same motherboard, same SSD, different kit of memory, different power supply, RTX 3080, and it's going in the same case. But before we do that, we've got a couple of upgrades that we're adding to this second-hand PC that is sold. So I'm going to be adding a 2 terabyte hard drive and a Wi-Fi Bluetooth card for it. So I'm just going to knock that out real quickly before we get started. So this one's all set up and ready to go. We got a Ryzen 3 3200G, 4-core 8-thread CPU, 16 gigabytes of RAM. We got an RX 6600 8GB graphics card in this one. So decent graphics. Alrighty. Okay, so where are USB headers on this board? Oh. Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I will move both of these boxes out of the way for now. Alrighty, oh, this will be fun to conceal. So I've got a USB 2 header over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to feed it down behind our graphics card here. And where am I? So now I've run that cable there behind the graphics card. Now I can sort of route it discreetly and plug it into that header. And you'll barely know it was even there. And then we have our Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card. It's actually just this little tiny chip in here. This is just a bit of circuit board with a PCIe interface, which we've got right there. And wherever my screwdriver is. So I'll remove this panel. Slot in Wi-Fi Bluetooth. having little hands. Nothing.
Do you need a hand?
No, I should be right. No. We got it. Sweet as. And then we have a magnetic Wi-Fi antenna. And we can just go and screw that in there. Alrighty, step one is done. Do I have a spare SATA cable around here somewhere? Nope. It's like I have to withdraw from the vast inventory of SATA cables that I have acquired over the years. Okay. Extra SATA cable to the motherboard for our hard drive. Alrighty. Yeah. Hey John, how you going? Good to have you here. A little bit later than usual. I don't know if I have the right drawers for these. Yeah, that seems like it did the job. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to have to retie some of these cables. So I'm going to need one extra SATA power for our hard drive. Yeah.
The other one, in your enable secure boot, if you have had Windows 11 installed for 6 months already, as I'm getting error messages after the latest Windows update.
It should be enabled like by default for Windows 11. It's one of the BIOS settings that needs to be adjusted for a Windows 11 upgrade. So send me a private message and we can go through it. All right, let's fire this up. Make sure our Wi-Fi is working, and we'll just configure that hard drive quickly. Okay. Let me just plug in a network cable here for a second. Yep. What's up?
The episode doesn't get released tomorrow.
Ah.
It's a day early.
There you go.
John says fuck Windows 11.
Windows 11. I've actually only recently upgraded my personal computer to Windows 11.
I don't want to upgrade because it doesn't have the easy screen snip button that I really like.
Hey, there's the shortcut on the keyboard though.
Yeah.
Shift Windows and S.
Yeah, but I'm lazy.
Yeah, but it's just as easy. It's just a change of habit.
I don't like change.
Okay. Here's one thing in Windows 11 that I access a bit differently. Windows Tools, Computer Management, Disk Management. Here we are. Storage hard disk drive.
No.
There we go. There's our local disk and our hard disk drive, 2 terabytes. Alrighty. Okay, well this is all pretty much set up. It's just installing those updates. There's our Wi-Fi, we're getting that. Bluetooth devices, excellent. Oh well, I think we might go back. Oh, we haven't even had the screen shared.
I'm sorry, I had to leave the room for a second.
Oh, that's alright, that's alright. Sorry about that. I'm fucking around in Windows and no one can see anything anyway. That's alright. We're gonna get started on the main event tonight anyway, so
Okay.
I know, I'm just being hyperbolic. I'm sure it's heavier than it has been for me in the last 20 years or so.
Is this one just using a stock cooler?
Yeah, it is. Because we've just got a Ryzen 5600 for it. So we're not doing anything crazy. This is a really good price performance build. Because this is a 3080 rig for like $2.5 grand. It's really good that you can get 3080s at the price that you get them. Because it just represents such good performance. You pretty much can't go wrong. I mean, the 4090 got released today. They're very expensive. I haven't had anyone order one yet. I'm still waiting. No, but like I said, I'm not expecting a huge, massive rush for it or anything. Not like 30 series.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Justice says I need a PC.
Who is that, Justin?
Yeah.
Hey, Justin, how you going? Yeah, PC world can be a little bit daunting at first, but don't worry. There's a really good community in the PC world, and I'm sure you'll find plenty of people who will help you out.
Jeff says, damn it, I'm on the phone again.
What's that?
Damn it, I'm on the phone again.
Ah.
John wants to know what's the 90s worth.
So we've got the Gigabyte Gaming OC for $29.59. That's pretty much the king for price performance on the major brands. I think I haven't seen, like, I think I saw, but I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, what the PNY cards were going for.
Sorry,
Patrick's here with a dad joke. Oh.
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
Oh God.
Supplies! I actually really liked that one. That was good. Justin says not bad, and then just about to jump on my Xbox.
Ah, nice. It's a transition. It's a transition.
Yeah.
Consoles are kind of dead. Like, I remember when I was about, I think I was about 11 or 12. So that would have been 99 or 2000. I think maybe 99. And I was hanging out with my nerdy friend that weekend. Like, I skated and stuff like that when I was young, so I was like, cool, right? but I had nerdy friends as well, because I'm into computers and shit like that. And anyway, I'm hanging out with my nerdy friend this weekend, and we're having a chat, and he's got some fucking magazine, and the magazine was asking a question. And the question was, will consoles ever surpass PCs? And we had this big like discussion debate about it, where he basically took the side of yes, consoles will become more powerful than PCs, and I took the position that no, a console is a PC, so it doesn't make any sense. Like, the PC is always going to be more powerful in the lab, because a console is just a PC in a different package. So anyway, I should go and find my old friend and look him up these days, and and bring that conversation up that we had. I'm sure he'd remember it. We're both nerds. Alrighty. So 32 gigabyte kit there of G-Skill Riptide or Ripjaws memory. 3200 megahertz CL16. And we've got a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. Really good that we're getting 5-year warranties on pretty much all NVMe SSDs now these days, which is, to me, I mean, that's a great thing, because I mean, when they first came on the market, it was only the expensive ones, you know, like the Samsungs and stuff like that had a 5-year warranty. Now we're seeing it on, you know, like the cheaper Crucial, the Silicon Power, the Western Digital, etc. So it's all looking very good. And I seem to have lost one of my screwdrivers. I know, I'm so good at it. That is okay. See, the thing is, I've got 2 of these screwdrivers that I'm using right now, right? And I like to keep one of them on the offset tool. So when I have to change the offsets in the case, I've always got a tool ready to go right there. So that's what I like to do in a perfect world. Alright, so that board's all prepped and ready to go. So now, let's turn our attention to the case. So as always, I always talk up this case. It really is an excellent case. If you're looking to build a PC, especially if you're looking at, maybe doing it for the first time or something like that, this is the perfect case for you to build your first PC. Okay? Take it from someone who builds them pretty much every day. I'm not making my life harder by recommending cases that are difficult to work on and, just in general a pain in the ass to deal with. Okay, I'm working with what represents good performance and is relatively easy to work on, is relatively easy whether it's me or whether it's the end user working on it. Possum?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's new?
Yeah, they love letting you know about the possums.
Oh my god, it's a possum! I want to chew its neck!
Yeah, basically.
Or possums.
Yeah. So you can fit full-size 360mm all-in-one liquid cooler radiators in this case. So you can pretty much install whatever cooler you want. You've actually got room to mount 9 120mm fans in this case. So not 6, not 7, not 8, 9. Full 9. The same quantity of fans can go in this case as goes in a Leon Lee Dynamic 11 case. Alrighty, so we can just stash that excess cable length there up around that lip, and that'll just get tucked away there. Alrighty, so we got ready for our power supply. But I'll just point out you've got room for 1, 2, 3 3.5 inch drives, and 1, 2, 3 2.5 inch drives as well. Plus you got an extra M2 slot on the motherboard, so plenty of storage expansion options. And if you're after a cheap case that supports lots of drives, it's another reason why you might want to go with the Antec D-Flux series of cases. Yeah. Yeah, no, like...
Justin says, okay, I'll be getting PC once I have money.
Yeah, look, consoles made sense at a time, but now we're at this point with PC power and all that just makes sense to just get a PC. And the thing is, we're at this time now where the content development is becoming streamlined. So it's like, doesn't matter if you get PC or Xbox or PS. You can play the games on whatever platform you want. The exception is pretty much Nintendo, right? But all the rest will make their games for PC, console, whatever. So that's the direction that we seem to be going in. which to me was really predictable in my opinion. I could see that coming from ages away. Yeah. Hey Dominic, how you going? Haven't seen you for a while, I don't think. How you been? Alrighty. And then we just need one solder cable. Very good.
Johnson's silly question, where the fuck would you put 9 fans in that?
Okay, yep. Where would I put 9 fans in that? So, you got the 3 on the front, you got the 3 at the top, you got 1 at the back, and then you can mount 2 down here that blow cool air from the outside, because you've got this mesh panel on the back panel, and so those 2 fans can draw cool air in from the back side of your case and blow it directly up onto your graphics card. So I normally don't install the 2 fans down there, just because it's adding 2 extra points of failure into the customer's PC for no reason. So unless the customer specifically asks me for it, I won't actually put them in there. And yeah, I mean, sure, it might not look quite as cool, but like, don't put 2 extra fans in a PC for no reason at all. Because I mean, the way that I sort of design the build, we're not dependent on these 2 fans blowing cool air on the graphics card. The airflow dynamics are good. It doesn't need that at all. So if you did put them there, it's almost like they're sort of just for show. And I mean, look, you got this vent, but I mean the power supply sits there. So I mean, it's not going to, that fan that sits there is not really going to be drawing too much air. It's going to be a little bit constricted. There it'll move a little bit, but you've also got the cables and everything else that sits down there as well. So it's not the best cool air intake there. So it's best not to sort of design the build with like a fan there, thinking that oh yeah, we're going to be pushing in cool air from outside of the case from these 2 fans. Hopefully that sort of makes sense with the rationale behind it. So I don't normally install them. If anyone wants me to install them, it's no problem at all. I just don't do it because if you add 2 extra fans, that's 2 extra fans that can fail on you and cause you a problem. So yeah.
Yeah, good mate, you just been working my butt off.
Yep, like everyone. It's the name of the game in this life. Oh jeez. I'm getting ahead of myself. I haven't even screwed in the bolts for power supply. So any of these deflux cases, they really tick boxes from a technical perspective. And so when a customer doesn't have a preference on case and the budget allows, I go with one of them. I can get them all for pretty much the same price, which is really good. which means we can have a bit of diversity here and it doesn't end up costing anyone any extra money. Alrighty, so we've got some spare cables just inside that bag there. I just bunched them up there with the other cables there.
Since that desk is still so wobbly.
Yeah, it is. It's the nature of the beast. There's no way to tighten up the bolts or anything like that. It's, yeah.
It doesn't have proper support or it's
No.
a weird-shaped desk
No,
with the
it's,
legs on it.
yeah, it needs more support between the base, because the way that it is, it's just wobbly. But don't confuse the wobbliness for like a lack of sturdiness, because it's a solid aluminium frame and a big bit of tempered glass that sits on top of it. So while it's a bit wobbly, there's no way those bolts are coming undone. There's no way it's fallen over or something like that. We'd have to have a pretty crazy earthquake for it to fucking fall over. Jesus. That'd be epic. Yeah.
John says he's still in love with my case.
Oh mate, yeah, yours is brilliant. Everybody loves your case. I mean, that's what you spend. That's what you get when you budget for the case is like whatever it needs to be. I want it to look mad. That's what you get. Yeah.
I heard you built 2 PCs for Trevor.
For Trevor.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. That would have been not recently, I don't think.
I don't remember that name.
I'm pretty sure I've sold to a Trevor or two. I'm pretty sure a Trev's come my way. Alrighty. So pretty simple from here, really. Just got some offsets to adjust. We don't have any other cooler or anything like that to install here. Although, as I said, we've got room for 360mm radiators up top and all that. Not that you need it. 5600 with the stock cooler. It's fine. Really. Unless you're planning on overclocking it or something like that. And if you're planning on doing that, then yeah, just go get yourself a cooler for it. So I wouldn't be recommending extreme overclocking on this motherboard or anything like that. But you'd be able to get some extra power out of it. Because this is a Ryzen 5600, and so I can put a Ryzen 9 5950X on this board, and it doesn't completely cook the MOSFET VRM. So there is some headroom there in that 5600 there for overclocking on this motherboard, even though we don't have a huge amount of heat sinks there around the CPU. Yeah.
John wants to know, did you end up getting onto the old mate that you couldn't get onto?
Oh, no, unfortunately, he's probably gone elsewhere. Probably thinks I'm not messaging him back or something. But he has obviously changed the privacy settings on his account and has made it so like a page can't contact him. So even though he's sent me messages, I can't send him any messages in reply, which is very frustrating as a business owner when you have a customer who is like wanting an invoice for an order and you can't communicate with them. And so That's why you've seen my Facebook post, because I was just desperately trying to hopefully catch that guy's attention. But no, I didn't catch his attention, unfortunately. So that is a sale I lost. Okay. So as normal, we've got a micro ATX board in a full-size ATX case. So we're gonna route what we can discreetly behind the motherboard here, so we don't have cable fest coming out the bottom there. So that was our front panel audio connections for the speaker and microphone jack on the front of our case. And these ones here are our front panel connectors, so for our power, reset, etc. buttons. So in this case it will actually say it'll say LED on the top of the case there, but it will actually be the reset header. Because if you don't have an addressable RGB header on your motherboard, and of course we do, you can use the reset cable to control the RGB controller. So you could use that LED button if it's hooked up to the RGB controller to change the mode on the lights. But when you've got the addressable header, you never do that, because it's a pain in the ass pressing the button 10 million times to change the RGB light mode, when you can just do it with software and just click a button and it's done. So that makes a lot more sense for pretty much everyone. Okay, and once again we've just got the fan. And yeah, on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. Send me an email or contact me on Facebook. That's probably the easiest way to get in contact with me. That's all right. It would have remembered most of what you had been downloading. Yes, that's the thing about the LED button. Because realistically, you don't want to control your lighting from that button unless you've got no other choice. It's good that they have it set up like that for people who get this case and they don't have the right they don't have the right sorry, what?
Dawn says she fucked off pretty quick.
Oh, she would have felt bad. No, it's alright. Like I said, it's pretty hard to break something there. Okay. So a 24 pin for our motherboard there. And then we just have our USB 3.0. And this motherboard's got this nice side-orientated connector there, so I can just plug in nice and discreetly, just like that, all out of sight and out of mind. You like them, don't you? You'll have to post a photo of them.
They're pretty easy to install, really.
They are relatively simple. Okay, so all we've got left out here is just our graphics card power connectors. That was my screwdriver magnetizer. That does not matter. Oh, let's put a couple more bolts in our motherboard now that we've got everything hooked up that we need. And so obviously with this case you get a built-in 6-device fan and RGB controller. So once you hook that up to the motherboard, you can hook 6 fans and 6 RGB devices up via that controller. So that makes your life a lot easier if you wanted to add some extra fans or anything like that in the future. And one more. Very good. And so now, everyone's favourite part, we install the graphics card. A 4090 or something tonight, but hey, I don't force people. I don't tell people what to buy. People come to me and they go, hey, I want to get a gaming PC and I've got this much money to spend. What can you do for me? And I put together configurations based on what they want. So they have to want it first. I've had a couple. I've had one guy, I think is half serious, asked me for the variance between a quote for a 3090 system that I did for him the other week and what a 4090 would cost in its place. But hey, or you could be like one of the, you know, more dollar conscious gamers. And you can go with the RTX 3080. This will run every game you want on high at 1080 or 1440, and you just don't have to worry about, oh shit, is there going to be something better? Yeah, there's always going to be something better, but you're getting such a big increase in performance with an RTX 3080 versus basically anything that you had prior to the RTX 3080. So it becomes a point, it just becomes a point of, do you really need the upgrade? Do you really need that 4090 upgrade? Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, oh man. Look, a lot of people skipped, 20 series, right? And they upgraded when 30 series came around. So look, I'm seeing what looks like the same thing happening again, right, with this generation. So just FYI what I'm expecting. Okay. And we will hook up our graphics card. That's one thing to know about your 3080 is it will drink a fair bit of power. It's not exactly a power light card. So you can expect 400 watts or more at its peak, which is, you know, a fair bit of juice. Put a cable tie around these cables here. Alrighty, that's looking pretty tidy. So yeah, no, nothing crazy in here, but this is what you want to gain. You know, no fucking around, no wasting money on, you know, liquid cooling or, you know, freaking extra RGB strips or extra RGB fans or, you know, the cable extenders or anything like that. We'll just make do with these black cables. They look completely fine as long as they're done neatly and stuff like that. All of our cabling's kept away from down there, so it's nice and clean under there. I'd be pretty happy with this. So I'm gonna close it up and we're gonna power it on and we'll see what she does. You right, babe? Huh? Oh, really? Something wrong with dinner? We ate different pizzas, so... No, go 3060 Ti, man, because with NVIDIA 30 series, there's like 9 different graphics card models, but there's only 3 different GPUs. Get my fucking fingers right. 3 different GPUs in 30 series. So 3060 and 3050, they're the same GPU. So it's called the GA106. But the 3060 Ti, it's not really it's not like a better version of the 3060. It's like a light version of the 3070. So 3060 Ti is really 3070 Lite. So go the 3060 Ti if you can. You'll notice a big difference from 2060 to 3060 Ti. That will be like approximately 50% performance increase. Yeah.
Tom was do you have any AOS C690s or Z590 on board?
Like I don't keep a very big inventory of parts and stuff like that, but if you send me a message of what you want, I have access to like I have access to stock and from companies that don't directly to the public. So if you want something, send me a message, and then I'll go hit up the wholesalers and see what they've got sitting around and what we can do. So yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, just a nice, simple, clean build there. RTX 3080, Ryzen 5600, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. Nice and simple. Oh, what's going on there?
Sorry.
Alrighty, that is a post. Alrighty, oh,
What's up?
What's wrong?
where's my Windows USB? I had it in there. Here it is. What's up?
Oh, John says, let's go first fucking off out of the way.
Alrighty, so it's always pretty good when we get to this stage, because statistically, if we get this far, we will get all the way, and the customer will be able to pick this up tomorrow because he's a local here in Brisbane, so no dramas.
Tom's in Adelaide. Tom.
Who? Tom.
Yeah.
What did he ask?
Oh my god. If you're already like space cadeted, he was asking about the motherboards.
Oh.
And
Yeah, I remember that. I thought this was a new person. It's somewhat confusing when I can't make out the names that are on the screen there, and I'm relying on you to communicate.
What else do you want me to say? The same Tom says blah 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 blah.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. No, I'm worse tonight. I'm worse tonight than I normally am. I told you I woke up at 3:30 a.m. this morning. You know why? It's because it's fucking 4090, of course.
what?
My brain just woke me up because 4090
Oh.
released and dropped, and
Nerd.
I don't even want this to happen, but it happens to me. Like, I'm not buying one for myself. Like, it's not...
Stand by what I said.
Yeah, Tom, I get a lot of people. I get people from Adelaide who message me, and like I ship nationwide, right? So it's no problem, and I'll advertise nationwide, and I'll get people from Adelaide who message me, and they're like, oh, just wondering where you are, and then I'm like, oh, Brisbane. They're like, oh, I'm in Adelaide, and then they just never messaged me back after that. I'm just like, well, come on, this is 2022. Not everyone's going to be in your city. We've all got our own stuff going on, right? We've got our own investments and shit, things that we're tied to, families, kids. I don't have kids, but like other people have kids and families and all that. And yeah, I'm part of a national group of PC businesses. So, you know, if you're my customer in Adelaide or in South Australia, just anywhere in general, you have a problem, I'll probably be able to refer you to someone locally if you need trusted help locally. That's not going to be a problem. Alrighty. Unidentified network. Well, I mean, only you can answer whether you should upgrade to the 4090 or not. I mean, it's great in terms of performance and stuff, right? But it just depends whether that makes sense for you and what you're doing. Because the thing is, right, like I say to a lot of people, you know, an RTX 3080 is the sort of card where you can just run everything on ultra settings and not really worry too much about, you know, what the frames per second as such is. Because it's going to run everything sweet on ultra. So, you know, if you're already getting that level of performance, do you really need to pay for more? I don't know. Like I said, only you personally can answer that question about what makes sense for you. Like, I'm like, it makes no difference to me whether anyone buys them or not, because like I'm not like stocking up on 4090s to flog off to people or anything like that. I'm just, you know, if someone wants one, we'll pick one up. So the thing is as well, there's the 4080 that's dropping next month. So that might make more sense in terms of the dollars. But who knows? It's not going to be just the same GPU as the 4090. It's going to be an actually different GPU. So one thing to consider there. Alright, let's get some other software installed here. Free trial, it's free software. Alright, put down some custom desktop icons so we don't make a mess of the place. You can do whatever you want, but this is the system that I use, and it makes sense for 90% of people. Alright, let's get some basic software installed here. Crystal Disk Info and Mark. CPU Z. It's general diagnostic app for your computer. Tell you details about everything that's hooked up to your system. Obviously gaming apps like Battle.net, Epic. Hardware monitor, of course. Okay, we're getting there. You right? Oh, yep. Okay. Battle.net took ages to install then. Alright, so we got most of this stuff installed here. We'll just set up MSI Afterburner. So this app allows us to adjust our graphics card fan curve, which is what I'm doing here now. It also comes with the Reaver Tuner app, which is the on-screen statistics that I enable when I run the benchmarks. So I'm just setting it up here and selecting what statistics I want to see. Okay, that's all set up. That's done. That's done. Alrighty. So, I think the only thing I didn't install was the MSI apps. Alrighty. 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 The graphics card's showing up. Everything's looking good through here. Okay, so we should be looking pretty good now. Sweet. So, let's see what she can actually achieve. So run heaven here, high, no anti-aliasing. And so this number here below RAM is how many frames per second it's currently running at. What's happened here? Sorry about that. Alrighty, so that was Heaven there on high with no anti-aliasing. Next we'll do Valley. Valley's more demanding, and we also run it on higher settings. Alrighty, so that was Valley there on Ultra with max anti-aliasing. And then finally, it's the 4K benchmark superposition. Alrighty. Alright, and so that was superposition there. Okay, so how's everything been behaving? 80 on the CPU, that's fine. 63 on the GPU, 73 on the hotspot. So memory and hotspot, they can go up to 100. GPU can go up to 83. And CPU can go up to 95. So plenty of headroom there. But we will do a more intensive stress test on it. Alright, let's set this up for a 90-minute run. And there we go. So we let this one run for 90 minutes and we log our temperatures here in hardware monitor. And so basically we've got these 12 blue boxes here in Cinebench. We've got the 6 cores and 12 threads of our CPU. They're hard at work calculating that image, while the graphics card's hard at work rendering this 3D scene right here. So this is designed to put out a lot of heat on the CPU, and we log all the temperatures there in hardware monitor. So look, I think that's where we'll probably leave it for tonight, because my wife is not doing too well. She's in the shower with the light off, with a really, really bad headache. So I might sign off for the night and go and tend to my sick wife. So thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.